Okay,
Where's the bookseller?
welcome to the next episode, episode 7. The name is Bookstore. We are supposed to meet a person called Drake here. In his bookstore, he might be able to tell us more about an artifact that we used to kill a monster in the last episode.
An old diary.
Okay. The pastor's wives. We already found one of these in the last episode, but so it seems like since I didn't find the first two. I just forgot. But doesn't seem to give that much.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Okay. Sigmund. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that gave me medicine. Okay. I actually don't like the big lamp that much. It gives too much light. Golden glass. Dark water history. Whaling industry reached its peak. Mysterious. Because it was favored before. Okay, this is still basically the history of that big catch that brought wealth to the husband of the painter and his crew, his surviving crew at least. And it seemed that there's a correlation that this beast might have eaten all the whales around Blackwater, and therefore the whaling industry went down. Okay. Oh, more. Okay, dark water because of the dark shades of the sea. The rocks give it that color. Okay, the first buildings, maybe that's a clue for future, that the Hawkins Manor, the church and the cemetery are the first buildings that were built. Okay, some at the beginning there were, I'm not sure if that means that the notes disappeared or that the nightmares and deviant behaviors that they were speaking of at the first were disappearing.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
I like that you find these books here, even if they are like, it feels like I'm learning something from it, even though it's just a few sentences, but it gives me, at least I could pick up one of these books and learn more about it. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is not a book of Tibetan philosophy, it was someone named Helena Oh yeah, that's her middle name. Okay, Helena Blavatsky was inspired by that to form some sort of new religion. Okay. There's another book. There's the medicine book, not gonna read that. Just because, I mean, I think it's good. I like to take my time here, but in the end, it might not be that interesting for people watching this, so I don't know. Sorry if you don't enjoy that. Okay.
What happened here?
Okay, one of these. I don't really like
Let's
these
start over.
scenes that much.
Where did
you
they
go
break
to the
in
past. Like I mean, it's fine, but I think it's kind of. I think I would have preferred to not learn about happenings like this. It would be nicer to just have clues or something. Like this seems to be too much on the nose.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Okay.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Maybe he was just drunk. I mean, this seems to be one of the main themes of this game in this period of time. Okay, another painting.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Did the painting... is the painting some sort of guard for the safe?
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Yeah.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Okay. Maybe it's 5 because there's 5, like, because of the star. Let's see. How do I... Oh. Oh shit, okay. I first thought that I can only use the one in the middle because that's where the hand symbol is, but... No, more. Okay, so let's find clues.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Oh, great, thanks. Okay, someone finds it. He's in serious trouble. Wait, okay. Maybe there's hidden clues, so maybe really read this carefully. Okay, so... Yeah. Someone finds him in serious trouble. Okay, that's just... Okay, something with his mother. Maybe there's a painting or a photograph or something in this room. Maybe that's a clue. Okay, so 3 cylinders are hiding the numbers. Each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. I'm pretty sure that means the toilet. I'm not sure why, but I think there's like famous paintings of people on the toilet talking. Each cylinder is numbered, even if... order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Okay, so they might not be in the... Even though the cylinders are numbered, they might not be in the correct order. Okay, so if I can open the safe, then bring it to Professor Armitage of the university. Okay, so there's a weapon in there. Okay. That's another medicine book. There's nothing.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Sleeping pills again.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
The key of Riley. Okay, this medallion protects your psyche. Hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Okay, so the chain is the... I think probably the chain is in the safe, right? Because that seems to be... The purpose is to push back the forces of the great ones. The great old ones, which are the gods, so like Cthulhu and maybe also Leviathan and the Shambler. Okay, everything points to Charles Hawkins that tores it from an Egyptian antique dealer. Okay. Seem to have stolen it there on the last trip to Cairo. And they're not sure if he actually knows what's the purpose of it. Okay, so the key of relay. Okay, so first of all, well, all this stuff.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
King Solomon. Rituals.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
That's cool and all. I think maybe this stuff is just to... Like, I could not look at these before when I was taking this road before, so maybe they're just to put me off guard.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Okay. So, I really believe that the clues are in the toilet, but I haven't seen one yet, so I'm wondering... Okay. I have 3...
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay. He wanted to...
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Henry. Henry is the husband of the painter, right? The one who probably is the one with the tentacles.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okay, the White Queen, maybe that's the painter herself, and they want to protect her. And yeah, basically I mean,
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
okay, volume 9. Let's see if we can, if one of these books here is...
Drake talked about a particular volume.
That's volume 1 though.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
That's 3.
What did Drake say about this collection?
That's 2.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
That was 7.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
This is 8. So
Drake talked about a particular volume.
this is 6.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
But that's not the one, right?
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
I think the
So
one...
these are the
9 is
volumes that Drake was
gone,
talking
right?
about in his message.
Is it somewhere else? Or is that the... No, that's not the one. Can I go up here now?
What did Drake say about this collection?
Man, stopped asking. I know it's number 9. There.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Okay. That seems to be the Shambler. Okay, his book does not seem to be here. I mean, maybe that would be too easy. Oh,
The Queen has little protection.
yeah, okay.
The
That's...
Chalice of Knowledge.
yeah. Hmm. Okay, I'm going back here. Just to be sure, this is
Drake
not it,
talked
right?
about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
I mean, he said he can't, he really likes to read this one book, right? So maybe it's somewhere else than the others. The number 9. Okay. It's not somewhere here. Maybe I got it wrong and it's not number 9, it's something else. Let's listen again.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay. Number 9. There's no other rooms, right? Like, here's no rooms. So you can only go here. Huh. Or did I pick it up earlier? No. Ugh. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 books. Is this? It's hard to find one single book in, in a gigantic bookstore, right? So. That one also doesn't give me more. Huh. Okay, so what can I do though?
The Queen has little protection. The Chalice of Knowledge.
Is there something on it? Goblet. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a special motive? Nah, I mean 112. Can't doubt it. Huh. Okay. Did I already have what are they called? Like ventilators? An air conditioner there?
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Should not.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in
that's the
his
one.
message.
Am I too dumb for this? Okay. Azeroth and Other Horrors. Collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby. Nightmare lyrics. Okay. But
What did Drake say about this collection?
said that
Drake talked about a so these are the volumes that Drake... What did Drake say about this collection?
Yeah, what did he say about it? I mean, let's see. Okay, 1. 2, 1, 1, 2. Could that be it? Of course not. Wait. Okay, so the cylinders. So that means 9 is 1. Okay, okay. I think I probably... Yeah, these are the cylinders. Okay, they give the clues, so number...
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay, number 9.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okay, so... we have 3 or 4 left, maybe?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay, so red drops. So could
The
it
chalice of knowledge.
be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, this one is the 9. This one. Should be 5. And this one should be 3. Okay.